Hey guys, Miss McFarland here. I'm going to help you go through the quiz's answers for this week. So question 1, 14 boxes of candles were sold for $91 each. What is the cost of one box? So here we're going to be dividing $91 by 14. 14 can't go into 9, but I'm going to try maybe 14 times 5. That gets me to 70. 14 times 6, that's 24, 6, 7, 84. That seems about as close as I can get. So I'm going to start with 6, subtract 84, I get 7. I need to add a decimal 0 since I'm looking for money. Bring my decimal up, bring my 0 down. How many groups of 14 go into 70? Oh, good thing I have it already over here. That'd be 5 groups. Subtract 70 and I'm left with 0. So if I'm talking money, I need to add a 0 to the end, so it's $6.50. Number 2, what is 3/10 times 5/10? Well, 3 times 5 is 15. I have 2 digits behind my decimal. If I move it twice, I have 15 hundredths. Number 3, a florist sells a dozen roses. A dozen is 12 for $29.88 each. What is the cost of one rose? So here we're going to divide to find each rose. Divided by 12. I'm going to bring my decimal straight up in my quotient. How many groups of 12 go into 2? 0. How many groups of 12 go to 29? That'd be 2 groups. 2 times 12 is 24. Subtract and get 5 and bring down my 8. How many groups of 12 get me close to 58? Well, 12 times 5 is 60, and that's too much. So I'm going to use 4. So 12 times 4 is 48. Subtract and get 10. Now I bring down my 8. How many groups of 12 get me to 108? 12 times 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry my 1. Is exactly 108. I'm left with no remainder, so my answer is $2.49. Number 4, a scientist spent $37.95 on 23 packets of a hand wipe for her team of volunteers. What is the price of each packet? So here I'm going to divide again because I just want to find 1. Divided by 23. Bring my decimal straight up in my quotient. How many groups of 23 go into 3? 0. 23. How many groups can I get close to 37? Well, one group of 23 is 23. 2 groups is 46. 46 would be too big, so I'd start with 1 group. Subtract 23. 7 minus 3 is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring down my 9. How many groups of 23 get me close to 149? I'm going to estimate about 6. I'm going to try 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 more is 13. That's as close as I can get. I'm going to put it on the other side of my decimal since I brought down the 9 on the other side of my decimal. Subtract 138. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now I can bring down my 5. I got to think how many groups of 23 gets me close to or exactly 115. Let's try 5 because I know it's going to be smaller than 6. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry my 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 more is 11. Perfect, exactly. I have 0 as my remainder, so my quotient is $1.65. Next one, Jackie earned $8.95 per hour. This week she worked 9 hours. How much did she earn this week? Since we're finding the total for the week, we need to multiply $8.95 times 9. I'm just going to pretend they're whole numbers first. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 9 is 81, plus 4 more is 85. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 8 is 80. And I have 2 digits behind my decimal. Bring that into my product. So I have $80.55. Number 6, to take an Uber, Joshua must pay $2.20 per mile. He wants to go to the movies, which is 8 7/10 miles from his house. How much will it cost him to take the Uber? Here we're going to multiply $2.20 times 8 7/10. Here again, I'm going to pretend they're whole numbers. So 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 2 is 14, carry my 1. 7 times 2 is 14 again, plus 1 is 15. I'm done with my 7, done with my 1. Add a placeholder since I'm moving over to the next place value. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16, carry my 1. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. I'm going to add these two partial products together. 7, 8, 9. Then I need to remember I have 1, 2, 3 digits behind my decimal. So in my product, I need to go 1, 2, 3 from the end, which gives me $19.14. So number 7, we just have a straight decimal division divided by 4. You have to make sure you put your numbers in the right spot for your long division for it to work. Bring my decimal straight up. How many groups of 4 go into 2? 0. Bring down my 8. How many groups of 4 go to 28? That'd be 7 groups. So my quotient is 7/10 as a decimal. Number 8, Celeste bought 4.6 meters of fabric that cost $3.60 per meter. What was her total cost? So I'm going to multiply to find in all. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21. Done with my 3. Done with my 6. Add a 0. Move over to the next place value. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. Add my partial products, 0, 6, 5, 6, 1. So I have 1, 6, 5, 6, 0, and I need to put my decimal in the right spot. So I have 1, 2, 3 digits behind my decimal, 1, 2, 3 in my product. So I have 16 and 56/100ths, or $16.56. Number 9, Pedro bought a steak that weighed 1 4/10 pounds. The price is $4.50 per pound. How much does the steak cost? So all together, I'm going to make sure I multiply. $4.50 times 1 4/10. Ignore the decimals till the end. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18. Done with my 2, done with my 4. Add a 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. And 1 times 4 is 4. Add my partial products. 4, 5, 6. Now I have to remember 1, 2, 3 digits behind my decimal. So 1, 2, 3 in my product. That gives me $6.30. Last question. Anita bought $20.70 to copy an 18-page report. What is the cost for each page? Here we're going to divide because we want to find just one page. Bring my decimal straight up in my quotient. How many groups of 18 go into 2? That'd be 0. How many groups of 18 go into 20? That'd be 1 group. Subtract 18. Left over with 2, now I can bring down my 7. How many groups of 18 get me close to 27? Well, 18 times 2, 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3, is too many. So it's another group of 18. subtract here, and I would get 90. How many groups of 18 get me close to 90? Erase this so I have some space. Let's try 18 times 5, I think is a good estimate. 8 times 5 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9, and it's exactly 90. So I have 0 as my remainder, and my quotient is $1.15. All right, 100. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great week. I miss you all.